The earth breathes fire. From ancient legends to modern landscapes, volcanoes have shaped not only continents but cultures and entire civilizations. And for adventurous trekkers, there's no thrill quite like walking on the scarred yet stunning trails around these fiery mountains. Volcanic treks are not just hikes, they're raw encounters with Earth's molten power, frozen in stone, cloaked in mist, and at times, still rumbling beneath your boots. Let's begin our journey through some of the world's most extraordinary volcanic treks that offer awe, danger, and once-in-a-lifetime landscapes. One of the most iconic volcano treks in the world begins in Mount Bromo, Indonesia. Located in East Java, Bromo is part of the Tengah Massif and still emits smoke, its crater smoldering as if telling the tales of past eruptions. Trekkers begin from the village of Semeru Lawang, often before dawn, walking across a vast, desert-like plain called the Sea of Sand. As the sun rises, the volcano is bathed in soft golden light, offering one of the most surreal scenes on Earth. The climb up to the crater is steep but short, and standing at the edge of Bromo's rim, peering into the sulfuric depths, feels like staring into the very soul of the planet. Further west, the rugged terrains of Mount Etna in Sicily, Italy, call out to adventure lovers. One of the most active volcanoes in Europe, Etna offers everything from snow-capped peaks to black lava fields and steaming fumaroles. The trek begins from Refugio Sapienza and includes routes of varying difficulty, from moderate climbs to advanced guided hikes leading close to the summit craters. The contrast between snow and fire, ice and ash, gives Etna a theatrical personality that few other volcanoes can rival. On clear days, the views extend to the Ionian Sea, but even on cloudy ones, the surreal volcanic scenery is captivating. Crossing over to Central America, Acatenango volcano in Guatemala is not just a climb, it's a front row seat to volcanic drama. The real show, however, happens across from Acatenango, the constant eruptions of Volcán de Fuego, one of the most active volcanoes in the Western Hemisphere. Most trekkers begin in the village of La Soledad and spend the first day climbing steep, pine-covered trails. After setting up camp at over 3,600 meters, they wait in the cold night for the fiery spectacle, fuego erupting into the sky every 15 to 20 minutes. The trek to Acatenango is demanding, but the reward is unforgettable, standing above the clouds while watching a live volcano spew lava in the distance. Another unmissable destination for volcanic trekking is Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania's iconic peak and the highest freestanding volcano in the world. Though dormant, Kilimanjaro's volcanic origins are evident in its triple-coned structure, Kibo, Moenzi, and Shira. The Makaim or Lemeso routes offer trekkers a multi-day ascent through 5 ecological zones, from rainforest to alpine desert to Arctic summit. The final push to Uhuru Peak begins at midnight, culminating in a sunrise that blankets all of Africa. Kilimanjaro is not only a volcanic trek but a spiritual journey that tests endurance and fills the soul. In Iceland, the Lorgavra Trail weaves through lava fields, steaming vents, and rhyolite mountains painted in hues of orange and green. The trail spans about 55 kilometers from Landmannalaugar to Thorsmork, and is a pilgrimage for those who want to witness the rawness of the Earth's crust. Trekkers pass by volcanoes like Hekla, once called the Gateway to Hell, and Eyjafjallajökull, the glacier-covered volcano that disrupted air traffic in 2010. The geothermal activity underfoot is constant, boiling springs, sulfur vents, and bubbling mud pools accompany hikers along the way. Nights are spent in mountain huts or tents, surrounded by black sand and eerie silence. A starkly different landscape awaits in Ethiopia's Danakil Depression, where the Eta Ale volcano offers one of the rare chances to see a permanent lava lake. Often referred to as the Gateway to Hell, this trek is not for the faint-hearted. Starting in blistering desert heat, trekkers make their way through salt plains and alien-like terrain to reach the base of the volcano. A night ascent leads to the crater, where the glowing red lava churns violently below. The journey is harsh, temperatures often exceed 40 degrees Celsius, and accommodations are basic, but the reward is witnessing Earth's molten heart with your own eyes. At this point in the journey, if you're still with us exploring these fascinating volcanic realms across the globe, it's the perfect time to ask, if you've enjoyed this expedition so far and love offbeat travel content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps us bring you more such hidden adventures and helps our community of explorers grow. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an eruption of travel inspiration. Moving towards the Pacific, Mount Yaja on Tanna Island, Vanuatu, offers perhaps the most accessible active volcano experience in the world. After a short hike through a lunar landscape of volcanic ash, visitors arrive at the crater's edge, where lava explosions light up the night sky like fireworks. The local Ni Vanuatu people consider the volcano sacred and guide trekkers respectfully through the terrain. While relatively easy to reach, the intensity of standing at the rim of a roaring volcano makes this trek feel incredibly wild. In New Zealand, the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is a celebrated trek across an active volcanic zone. Located in Tongariro National Park on the North Island, the trail passes between volcanic peaks like Ngauruhoa, famously known as Mount Doom from The Lord of the Rings. The 19.4-kilometer trek showcases emerald lakes, steaming craters, red volcanic rocks, and panoramic views of distant snow-capped mountains. The diversity of terrain makes it one of the most spectacular day hikes in the world, blending Maori legends with modern adventure. South America, too, holds its share of volcanic treasures. In Chile, Villarrica Volcano near Pucón is a thrilling climb for those who want a more hands-on experience. Equipped with crampons and ice axes, trekkers climb across snow and ice to reach the steaming summit crater, which often glows red with lava. The descent is just as exciting. Most climbers slide down snow channels using special sleds. For adrenaline junkies, this is the ultimate volcanic adventure. Finally, in Japan, Mount Fuji remains a deeply symbolic and visually iconic volcano that draws thousands of climbers each summer. The trek to the summit begins at one of the 5 stations and continues through barren, ash-covered switchbacks. Though not technically difficult, the climb is grueling due to thin air and sharp wind. Watching the sunrise from the summit, known as Goiko, is considered a spiritual experience and one of Japan's most revered natural rituals. Despite Fuji's dormancy, its volcanic origins shape every step of the trail. Volcanic treks blend danger, beauty, and geological wonder into journeys that feel both primal and transcendent. Whether it's the icy silence of Kilimanjaro, the molten thunder of Eta Ale, or the mystical charm of Tongariro, these trails offer more than physical challenge, they provide perspective on Earth's evolving story. Each volcano tells its own tale, of creation and destruction, of fire and rebirth, and walking these trails is like stepping into the heartbeat of the planet itself. If this journey through the world's volcanic landscapes stirred your spirit of adventure, consider planning one of these treks for your next expedition. Respect the mountains, prepare well, and tread lightly. For more rare travel routes, hidden destinations, and unforgettable adventures, make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, keep exploring, and keep your curiosity burning like a volcano.